We are a little more than a week into fall camp, and I know it's tough to assess like how much a team has improved in those 8 or 9 days or whatever it is to this point, but where have you seen this team take a step in the direction that you want them to go thus far?
Yeah, I think just the little things that Coach Hill's always talked about. I think our techniques and fundamentals are better than what they were in the spring. Our effort's better. I just think, we're more disciplined, even though we have room on all these to still continue to grow. Effort's getting better. The physicality of the team. I think the offense has always had that, that physicality, be able to run the ball. And the defense has in the past too as well. I'm just comparing it to the spring now, where I think we've taken steps forward to being able to be just, in general, a more violent, physical, disciplined football team.
You're specifically coaching the edge on the defensive line. Not that you don't know linebackers well. You played it at a high level at BYU, but you've been assigned by Jay Hill to coach the edge rushers. So what would you explain, or how would you explain that group of players this year, maybe that sets them apart?
Yeah, I think, from guys that I've coached in the past, I think it's an explosive group. I think there's guys that are very skilled in pass rush. I think, like I said before, what we need to continue to get better is run defense, but very skilled in pass rush, very explosive guys that are versatile guys too. They can do a lot of different things. And so, with Isaiah Bagna and the athlete that he is, and the Daly brothers, and then Ice Moa, I think our open end position has those characteristics of a versatile, explosive athlete. And then you add the Bulls, which is our big end, Tyler Batty's, the Blake Mangelsons, like those guys, bigger, more physical guys, but still I think, Batty's just as athletic as those open-end guys. So he's one of those interchangeable guys that I think can do both of them, but I'm just excited about the versatility that we have in the room. And, there's experience with Isaiah and with Tyler. They've played a lot of football, so I'm excited to see how those guys continue to develop, but then a great group of young talent that's developing and that competing at a high level right now.
Let's talk some more about Tyler Batty. You mentioned the veteran. He's obviously put on some weight. He's a big bull rusher, but he's explosive around the edge as well. Where have you seen him make the most strides as he pushes towards the latter part of his BYU career?
Like I just, from what I've seen from fall camp back to spring ball, is just the opportunity for him to be able to win in a one-on-one and pass rush. He's very good at that, works his butt off, and is just really working at a high level to continue to work the run techniques, which I think he's one of our stouter guys. Him and Blake have been the most physical guys in the room, and so there might be times where those two guys are on the field at the same time when we want a more bigger, stouter edge, but not to say that those other guys can't do it, but those guys have been the guys that have shown the more physicality, play after play after play.
You and Jay Hill have not shied away from the lackluster statistics created by the defensive front seven from BYU last year. And it was scheme, a lot of it, but you've said we want to create more chaos, more disruption. It's not just about sacks, it's about turnovers and disruptive plays. So how have you seen that evolve with Jay Hill now in control of the defensive side?
It's just the style that he's going to call it, and completely different from the style that was here before, and that worked for a long time. They played really good defense for 3 or 4 years, and then, last year it was what it was, and now we're in this situation we are, and, Coach Hill's he's gonna be aggressive. But the great thing about the defense is there's times where we're going to be dropping 8 too as well. So there could be times where the BYU fans are like, what the heck, this is last year. But it's just, they all complement each other, right? So that's the beauty of just being able to bring different tempos from, dropping 8 to dropping 7 to dropping 6. There's all these different tempos that we can bring, and all these different patterns of blitzes that we can bring against different styles of offenses that we bring. So, ultimately it just comes down to bringing different tempos and keeping offenses on their toes, and not just being able to just, hey, we're always playing a 3 down or we're always playing a 4 down, and teams can just start teeing off on you. Now you bring different tempos, different patterns, and then that now just makes the offense play more hesitant and slows them down, and then it helps us, be able to create those havoc plays that you're talking about.
Great insight. We'll finish with this. How much advice does your brother Brady offer you, whether asked for or not asked for?
Well, let's say he gives me advice. Now, not often asked for, but it's okay. Brady loves BYU football, and he wants us to be successful here. He wants me to be successful, obviously, as his brother. But yeah, he likes to talk football, and he'll give his opinion. So, you know, sometimes I'm listening, I'm like, oh yeah, you got a good point there. And the other times I'm like, yeah, you know, but it's okay. That's, you know, that's the conversations we have. And, you know, he's a passionate guy. So sometimes he'll post something on social media or whatever, and everybody's like, man, this guy's crazy. And be like, hey, he just loves football, man. And so you just sometimes got to listen, and then sometimes got to go one in one ear and out the other, you know. But and he knows that he's a good dude, and it's good to, you know, just be around guys that love football like he does and love BYU and wants to see this place be successful.
That's brothers talking football. We can appreciate that, and we appreciate your unique perspective on the defensive line as well.
Awesome. Thanks for having me.